Hello friends. A slightly different setup today, and that's because I am in London filming my last show, last masterclass, and I decided to show you guys how I get ready. Just something chill, nothing too crazy. We're gonna get a lot of pictures taken, so this is essentially what I travel with as well. And I do get that question a lot, what makeup do you bring on holidays? Well, now you know. We are literally right in the heart of the city, so if there's like really weird noises going on in the background, deal with it. I can't change it, unfortunately. I'm actually in a bit of a rush. I probably shouldn't even be filming right now, but anyways, let's do it. I have my hair done the same way that I always wear to every show, just because it's easy this way. It's not in my way. I have my hairline filled in. I had a lot of you guys asking me about that, so I'll just give you a quick little zhuzh on how I do it. I take the James Charles palette and this shade here, which is kind of like a muted brown, and I mix it with a tiny bit of this brown over here, which again, they're more muted browns, so they're not too warm. I know there is root touch-ups and stuff you can get in like boots and stuff, but I guess I just haven't really tried that yet. So this is my quick fix. Okay, I just take it on a fluffy brush and that's all I really do. I don't do too much. I just like to kind of fill in the sides a little bit so that I don't look bald. I actually seen Cece, I don't know if you follow Cece Clark. She's so fab, but she actually fills in her hairline using eyebrow dye. This is very interesting. I'm sure there's a lot more professional videos on this process. I'm just giving you my quick fix, okay? Moving on to the face, I'm using the Ole Henriksen. This is their new Banana Bright Face Primer. Their eye cream went like viral, so they made a face primer. So I've used this twice already. Oh, this stuff smells so good. If any of you guys have tried Ole Henriksen range, you know that it smells so bloody good. This just gives a really nice glow to the skin. It's really nice if you're not wearing any makeup. It kind of just gives a little something. It smells really orangey, like citrusy, like it's full of vitamins. Just really nice for your skin. I know you can mix it in with your foundation as well if you want to sheer it out and kind of go for more of a BB cream. Not today. We're going for a little cake face. Thank you very much. Clearly, we need a little help here. So I'm going to use my trusty favourite NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I go in between shades. When I'm lighter, I'm Santa Fe, and whenever I'm darker, I'm Punjab. So I think I'm going to mix the two today. I can't believe this is the last show. What the hell? I'll share it out, it's fine. Yeah, I can't believe this is the last show. We did 13 shows all together and I absolutely blew by. We're all heading out tonight, so I need this makeup to last, darling. See, my arms are always so much darker than my chest, so I'm gonna have to darken up my chest as well, so let's all calm down. So 13 shows all together. I am absolutely knackered, but in the best way possible. It's so much fun doing them. Actually, if you came along to the shows, leave a comment down below because I'd love to know what you thought. But we've been getting really positive feedback, which makes me really happy. I'll be super sad when they're over. I honestly can't even see that mirror so far away. I need to have my face like stuck in a mirror. My ovaries are attempting to kill me right now. Just saying. I will hopefully have a video coming for you soon, guys. A new skincare routine, since a lot of you have been asking me for an updated one. I just want to try the products out a little bit longer just to make sure that I'm super happy with them and that, you know, I know as much about them as possible, because your skin is very important and I don't want to be filling you with shit. This is a new thing I've been using. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. I really like this. We got this whenever we were in Paris with Laura Mercier and Makeup Man Mario. I don't know, it's just, I don't even know how to describe the texture honestly, but it's just really good. That's all you need to know. It's just really good. If you crease badly, I believe this is a good one. I'm just using it everywhere that I like to highlight. Mario loves this concealer. Obviously, he's the brand ambassador for Laura Mercier, so he'd have to look like shit, wouldn't he? He's so amazing, guys. I wanted to ask him a question, but I was too much of the chicken shit, what's name? So I got one of the girls to ask him, you know, whose face would he love to paint, dead or alive? And it got me thinking, whose face would I like to paint, dead or alive? Definitely Perry from Little Mix. I'd love to paint her face just because it'd be so easy. Anyone with Little Mix girls, because I feel like they go really all out with their makeup. Miley Cyrus. Hello. So, you know, if any of you guys know Miley, just, you know, send her my way, guys. Send her my way. Beyonce, well, that goes without saying because it's Beyonce. But do you know what? If I met Beyonce, I genuinely wouldn't even know what to say to her. Like, what do you say to Beyonce that's like worthwhile? Like, it's Beyonce. I'm sure she's had plenty magnificent things go on in her life. What am I gonna say to her that's worth her time? You know, she could be just, you know, producing another album instead of talking. Like, You see, I overthink things far too much, guys. I always like to go back out my foundation brush and just bounce over, just to make sure, you know, we've no white triangles. Some shit. Also have been reunited with my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder. The best powder ever. I'm gonna bake these under eyes. Something I have enjoyed doing recently. You can literally feel your face go this chin because it likes to produce an excess amount of oil. I have lots of you asking if I'm gonna do more masterclasses. I don't know. Don't know yet. Where else would you guys like me to come? I've actually seen a lot of people saying the States, which is crazy. I didn't even think I could properly do shows in the UK. So any excuse for me to go to America, thank you very much. Let me know down below. Sound off, guys. Sound off. If that's what people say. I'm trying to think what questions you guys ask me at the masterclasses that you might find interesting. I get a lot of people asking me about my own clothes, which I find so funny because it genuinely dresses like a boy 99% of the time. And if I'd come out with something there. What do you think? I think I'd love to do some form of merch, but what is the question? Obviously really comfy cozy shit, but that's what everybody does, so I'd like to do something a little bit different. Like I'd like to do something that wasn't necessarily merch. Like you wouldn't look, obviously it's gonna be my shit, but you wouldn't look at it and think, like it's not gonna have Keilidh anyway written across it, do you know what I mean? It's just so many things, guys, it's hard. I'm just bronzing up my forehead. I'm using Benefit Hula Hula, a mixture of it and the Carter Beauty Phoenix bronzer palette. This is the bronzer that I use at all the shows. I really like it, guys. What I love about it is the fact that it's so cheap, and also you've got like different tones. So you have your warmer tones, your deeper tones, and your lighter ones, so it's great for a makeup artist. But also if you're like me and wears tan and you're, you know, you're in between different tan stages all the goddamn time with being pale and then putting it on and then the in between ooey stages. That's why I like this. Yeah, so like I said, we're going out in London tonight and that just stresses me out. Never been out in London before, but aside from that, I hate having to get like really dressed up. I never know what to wear. I'm more so about comfort, you see, so, and a lot of going out outfits aren't comfortable. This is where the issue arises. I don't really care though, because as long as my makeup is beat, that's the most important thing in my life, to be QH. Carla's my model today, which is great and easy peasy. You know what there needs to be, right? Now listen to me. An app where if you do your makeup a certain way, you can save it. Listen, then if you want to wear it that way again, you just click it and it puts it onto your face. Tell me now that is not the best idea ever. I do think you should have to do it though, you know, or get someone else to do your face, but like you can't just see a makeup look and put it on your face. It's something that you have to actually have done, because otherwise that completely takes out the fun of makeup. But I'm just so sick of this situation right now. I'm so sick of doing my face every day and my eyebrows because I do them the bloody same, so it's literally just like going through the motions. Imagine you could stick on your face and your eyebrows just like that. I like doing my eyes because I can do them different, but you know, when you have your solid like face and brow routine, technology wants to like wake itself up a little bit, please, and focus on the more important things. That would be great. Blusher, I'm using California. I'm sorry, I have to do it every time. I don't even like a harsh contour, but I just love the look of this, honestly. So we're doing it. I'm gonna take some of the Laura Mercier Face Illuminator in the shade Addiction. I just love the packaging. This highlighter is not super intense at all, which I actually really like, to be honest. I always teach like the Instagram highlight at my classes, but me, myself, and I haven't been wearing like an awful lot of highlighter recently. I don't know, I just haven't been vibing with it. I'm gonna quickly do my cameras. My camera's off brows. I'm gonna quickly do my brows off camera because that's boring. And I already have a video of that done on my channel for you. I just want to show you guys as well. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. A little bit of the powder with a sponge, and I kind of press it into the areas that I get super oily, which is just here and on my chin as well. That way you don't get like a super cakey face all over, because obviously the more powder you apply, the more cakey it's gonna get. So I like to just apply it in here. It kind of fills in pores and whatnot. And then, yeah, we're gonna do the eyes. So obviously I have my Urban Bible, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Just because you've seen me do the Norma Brown smoky eyes or whatever with it. This is what I've been using for every show. It's been the handiest thing just to pack. But whenever I was home this week, I got this in the mail. The mail, who am I? This is the new Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. So I'm sure everyone and their mom had the Naked palettes. If not, can you even call yourself a Mua or makeup enthusiast, hello. They've actually revamped the whole thing and I'm really excited to try it and to see, just to see if they have upped their eyeshadow game. What I will say about the Naked palettes is I always feel there's always so many shimmer shades, more so than mattes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's actually half and half in this palette, but we'll see if I can create something nice with it. I'm gonna do one eye first because that's how I like to do things. I can get a proper feel for the palette then and give you an educated analysis, response, whatever. Bye. Had to throw on a jumper because I'm fucking freezing. Yeah, this is what I managed to come up with using the Naked Reloaded palette. There's a few things just about it, but I'll get into it while I'm doing it. Let's go. Wow, I'm really missing my lights. I look very crusty, but it's fine. Starting off with my usual Keilidh base as per usual. Firstly, gonna take this shade here, which is Boundaries. I'm applying that first and then blending it out with Bucked. Oh my god, Bucked was the eyeshadow. I remember being absolutely obsessed with it. This has a little mirror, but you guys know I prefer to use one that I can kind of see my whole face in. I don't know why, it's just the way I like to work. So I am pressing Boundaries on first. It's just a nice warm brown light shade. Applying it to the outer corner. They're deep pigmented, but very easy to blend as well. Bring it right up into that crease. There is a good bit of kickback in these shadows. That doesn't bother me. So then you guys know, generally when there's a lot of kickback, it means you only have to use like the tiniest amount of product because there's a lot kicking up into your brush, you know? Do you feel me? To be honest, you don't really need Bucked to blend out the edges of this. You could just keep blending, but I wanted to use it for old time's sake. I think it's really cool that they went back and revamped the Naked palette because it was the palette. Like everybody had it. I'm just going in with Bucked and blending the very edges. I remember this being my favorite shade, I think, from the Naked 2 palette I think I had. I wasn't cool enough to have the first one. I remember literally waiting for my friend to go to the airport because the palettes were cheaper to buy in the airport. That's where I was in my life back then, literally waiting for my friends to go on holidays so they could bring me back eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, I was obsessed with it. I just remember seeing all the big YouTubers using and ranting and raving about it. Just crazy because there wasn't really that many eyeshadow palettes back then as what there is now. Like makeup really has just exploded into madness. There wasn't enough back then and now there's nearly too much. Joking, there's never too much makeup. Blendy blendy. Then I'm going to take some of the shade Endgame. Now this is where I have, sorry, I'm not picking my nose, it's itchy. I'm going in with Endgame now, which is super dark brown. I had to dip into my palette and use some Prophecy, which is this shade here, just because I feel like there's a massive jump between the colors in this palette. I would have liked to seen like a more chocolatey brown, just so I could kind of blend these two together a little bit more, but you know, it's fine. You could make it work obviously, but to make your life easier, it would be good to have another kind of chocolatey brown shade in between those. But I am impressed by this shadow because it is quite dark. See, this shadow is nearly like a charcoaly brown, whereas the other shadows is quite warm. So I just think it needs another shadow to kind of, you know, just help them to blend a little bit easier. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of Prophecy from my palette and just blend in the edges of those two. I am so late, but it's fine. I was filming, guys. It's for YouTube, so they can't really give out to me. Going back in with Boundaries and just hitting the edges. See, we're going super smoky because this is the makeup I'm wearing out tonight. I never change my makeup. If I'm doing my makeup in the morning, it's what I'm wearing going out, do you know? I could not be bothered. It needs to last me all day. Just applying the same shadows then underneath. Boom. Moving on to the shimmers, I mix Reputation and Burn together just on my finger. Yes, one of my nails is broken. Would it be me if it wasn't? No. And we're just popping that onto the lid first. So as you can see, they are quite on the foily side more so, whereas I want glittery. Now I'm saying. So I'm going to take some 1996 from my palette and we're just going to pop that over top. I'll explain. This is more of a glittery base, which works better with what I'm about to use next, which is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in the shade Starfire. Wow, we're very Urban Decay today, but yeah, this is quite a chunky glitter, so I feel like you need to have a glittery eyeshadow on underneath, otherwise it just looks like it's sitting on top and not kind of blending in. We don't want that, we want blended always. So I like to just lash it on, and then with whatever's left in the brush I kind of just move the glitter around. See how much like that upped the game there, like hello, game over. Because this is kind of wet, what I like to do that as well is just go back in with a little bit of 1996 and just very lightly press over. Just kind of helps the glitter to dry down properly and not crease on you. We're not finished yet, darlings, not finished yet. I'm taking Angel Fire and Barely Baked, which are these golden shades, and we're putting that right into the inner corner just to brighten it all up. I like to bring it right up in here. Gives a cool effect. I think it really kind of like opens up the eyes. And I'm staying, picking up what I'm putting down. I brought the darkness up in here too much, so I'm just going back on my first brush that I used to apply the Keilidh's base and just blend over. How's she looking? How's she looking? I'm applying Urban Decay Double Light Glide On eye pencil into my waterline to make it super smoky. Once again, I forgot to film an outro. It's fine. I don't know if you guys can see my makeup. This is basically what it turns out like. Only after coming home from the masterclass, a lot of you guys were asking about my makeup. So here we go. I just paired it with a nude lip, which is eating off me at this stage, and we're just getting ready to go out and party. So I have not touched my face with powder yet today. This is what we're looking at. Look it, I'm doing a wear test for you guys as well. Maybe I am a good YouTuber. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you want me to film next. Bye bye.